Alright guys, welcome to World Class Happiness. I'm Dominic. Today I'm going to talk about something that I'm not an expert in. Most of the stuff that I speak about on these videos are things that are tried and tested, whether it be in terms of training and exercise or things that I've done over several years to do with judo or MMA. And obviously in the last several years I've been sort of studying psychology and stuff like that, and everything I talk about I've used and I've made work for me. What I'm going to tell you about today is really for people who have been like me, who haven't known anything about this, because some of you will know about this and be like, you know, I'm kind of telling you something that you already know, but there will be people like me out there, people who maybe have trained all their lives. I mean, I started training when I was maybe 4 or 5 years old, doing judo, and then obviously moving into MMA. But during my time doing judo, when I left school, I then went full time. I was doing lots of running, lots of weight training, lots of circuit training and explosive stuff. Very, very, very little stretching. Just because I hated it, I found it was so boring. Didn't really give much time to it at all. Just a little bit to warm up maybe. Very, very rarely did any to warm down from a session. Only really if that was part of the session that was being taken. But never really anything to make a difference in terms of my flexibility. And my flexibility has always been pretty poor. People think because I've been a martial artist I've got good flexibility, but that's not true, just because I haven't worked on it at all. Now, obviously we've had the situation with coronavirus, and since March, same as a lot of people, I've been off work, and my work is obviously as a professional judo and MMA coach. The classes have been off, and they haven't been running, so I haven't just been sat at home watching TV or anything like that. I have been still training with my son, who's obviously a good level judo player, so we have done some stuff together, and I've kept generally fit, but probably haven't done as much as I would have done if I was at work and doing my general sessions. And during this period I've really felt as though I've stiffened up. My back has really stiffened up, and my lower back especially, my hips, hamstrings, all those sorts of things are really stiffened. And I've talked for ages about, you know, I should do more stretching, I should, and never really did it, and never been on board with it, even though I've heard lots of people kind of be really pro stretching and yoga, and even people who are quite strong, tough people who you wouldn't necessarily expect to see in a yoga session necessarily. People like David Goggins, who you know, does a lot of running and previously been like a Navy SEAL and stuff. You can't really imagine him sitting kind of like meditating and doing lots of stretching for hours on end, but he does. As do a lot of other high-level athletes, and lots of people swear by it. And I've always kind of been a bit reluctant because I've always found stretching boring. But 2021, obviously we're on the 7th of January now, I've decided that this is the time I need to try and do something a bit different and make the change for myself, and just see how it goes, because obviously I've got a bad back and stiff joints and stuff like that. So I kind of thought, well, what have I got to lose? I'm into kind of teaching people about well-being and all that sort of thing, so I'm going to give it a go and see what the result was like. Well, I went on YouTube, found a video that suited me about good hip flexibility and hamstrings and lower back. So I thought, perfect, put that one on. It's about 47 minutes, and yeah, and I tried it, and I was as stiff as a board, absolutely pants at it, but at the end I felt really good. And there's like a nice relaxing bit at the end where you kind of have a little bit of a talk from the guy who's doing the voiceover, who's obviously doing the session, and that was really relaxing, and I nearly fell asleep, if I'm honest, by the end. And I was quite surprised how nice it was, and how good I felt at the end. But I kind of thought, well, maybe it's because it's different and it's new. I've done that now for 5 days straight, and already I can feel the difference in my flexibility. I'm so much more loose. I feel more relaxed in general, which is saying something because I'm generally quite a chilled, relaxed person anyway. I feel really relaxed. I've slept better. Everything about, just the way I feel has just been nice and loose, and in comparison to what I was, because I was super stiff. So I'm hoping that it continues, and I'm hoping that the improvement keeps going up and up, and then hopefully at some point I'm going to be able to do splits and all that sort of thing, get my leg behind my head, and that's what I'm looking forward to. But that hasn't happened this week. Might be a few months down the line, those ones, but yeah, no, I'm going to stick to it. I really am going to stick to it, not just because it's fresh and new and exciting. I really can already, after 5 days, see the benefit and see the progression. So I'm going to stick to it and just see where I'll go with it. So really, this video is for people like me, the people who have been stubborn and dug their heels in on things like stretching and had this perception of it being boring and can't see the point and all that. And yeah, my advice to you would be, give it a go. If you find a video and it's not really for you, look on YouTube. There's hundreds of them. There's literally hundreds, all kind of for different things. Some for men, some for women, some for older people, some in a chair, some targeting different parts of the body. And my advice would be, just scroll down, find the one that suits you, give that a go, and then obviously if you need changing it to change it up now and again, then just flick to a different one now and again. And I'm gonna continue. That's been brilliant so far, and long may it continue. All right, so hopefully you like what we're doing on the channel. Please subscribe, and see you on another video.